Hello, everyone, and welcome to Chromatic Chimera, where tonight we are back with Madame Curio's Bazaar episode 4, entitled "The White Rose," or just "White Rose." I don't remember. Oh, it's on the slide. White Rose. There you go. Tonight we have a fundraiser going on. Let me read you a little bit about that real quick. We have a fundraiser going on for Crohn's and Colitis Awareness Week in the U.S. Down below you can see our Tiltify link as well. It is all going to the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. They are a volunteer-based nonprofit dedicated to raising awareness. So please donate if you are able to and feel so obliged. So all week that's going on throughout every show. So if you don't have it tonight and you have some money later in the week that you want to give to a good cause, we're a good spot for it this week. So thank you very much. Tonight we are back with Madame Curio's Bazaar. We are on kind of like arc 2, I guess. The party last week investigated an old painting where a woman was weeping on her wedding day, which is never good. So they took it back to the town of Arnor, and they quickly discovered that a little rivalry was going on with the two breweries that were across the street from one another. The two families were the Lornans and the O'Humlins, and they had a lot of drama going on, but it was found that their two youngest children in either family were getting married the next day. So the party went around and found a amulet for someone for Hazel O'Humlin, the girl that was to be the bride, and they pretty much returned the amulet to her, and that was that. At the wedding, however, Affinity, the arch-existence of love and union, showed up, and instead of a red rose disapproving of the wedding or a green rose approving of the wedding, she gave a white rose. The crowd was shocked, as this is only rumored to be happened. Nobody in the party has ever seen this happen. Probably no one at the wedding has ever seen this happen, and that is right where we left off. So, party, if you just want to take it away from here, basically what the scene before you is that everyone is just like shocked face, basically stuck. Hazel and Luke, the two being wed, are at the altar kind of looking at each other like this is when everybody kind of claps at a traditional wedding. What's going on? So if you want to do anything in this moment, feel free to do so, and I can stop talking.
Oh, well, it's just as well I didn't bet on what kind of flower they were gonna get. Never would have seen that one coming.
Yeah, who would have guessed white?
Is that significant?
We don't know.
As far as I know, no one's ever gotten a white one before.
Awkward.
All right.
I mean, like, it's happened before, I think. It's just nobody knows what it actually means, I think.
I don't know. What are the general reactions? Like, do people seem, I don't know, angry or, like, are there any...
There's a lot of mixed emotions going on. The grumpy fathers on both sides of the aisle are kind of like looking around, scowling. The mother of the bride and the mother of the groom are like clapping and trying to put on a brave face for their children, who are just publicly embarrassed, probably. Not so much embarrassed, just like uncertain. And everybody else is kind of like clapping. There's a few like couples in the back, like a young man kind of leans over and whispers to like his date for the evening, like, we should go home. We should leave. And so there's just this mixed like awkwardness. There's a little bit of anger from the people who probably paid for the wedding. But that's really what you can read for now.
What's Affinity's demeanor like?
Oh, she's gone.
She's already gone. She handed it and bounced.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that was rude.
I know, I feel like, I don't know. No explanation or nothing.
Here's this token that no one knows what it means. I'm sure you'll figure it out. Bye.
Oh, I don't know. Arch existences can be kind of weird. Maybe it's like, I don't know, the rose was the friends you made along the way. I don't know.
I won't
Lorraine's got nothing.
I won't disagree that, the arch existences and people around them are very odd. But this is very interesting.
So they just make their own fate at this point. Oh, they don't have someone telling them how their life's going to go. Big deal.
That's how it usually goes.
Exactly. Besides, there's a price always for having someone tell you what to do, and I would say that some of the people I mentored were not exactly happy about the price at the end, so hey, maybe they got off easy.
I mean, personally speaking, I wish I would have gotten a red rose. Saved
Oh,
me a
which
lot of
one?
shit. But
Which one did you get?
I don't think we got one.
I didn't know that was possible.
Chris,
You got
is it-
snubbed.
Is it everyone? Like everybody in everywhere in the world?
Well, it's typically everybody, but you have a very specific spouse, ex-spouse, so I'll let you interpret as you wish.
Yeah. I feel
Affinity
like
wasn't
we just-
invited.
I feel like we just didn't do that. He was like, "Nah, we're not gonna go there. We're not gonna do that." And I was just like, "Okay, whatever you say."
Oh.
I was like 200. I was in love. I was young.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, we all make mistakes sometimes. Stay with people we shouldn't, things like that.
Should we do something?
I don't know what.
Me neither, but it feels like we should do something.
We came into this town and we know no one. Why would we interfere in their wedding process even further?
Meanwhile,
Isn't
while
that-
we're talking about should we do something, Torg's walking up to one of the dads.
Oh no.
Oh, good day, mate. What lovely affair. What do you think?
Oh,
Uh,
God.
Do you have a preference which family you walk up to?
The grumpier one.
Okay, you walk up to Harris O'Humlin, a human man in a three-piece suit. The suit has seen better days, and so has he.
Oh,
and,
mate, have you thought about seeing a new tailor? Your suit look like crap, mate.
and who are you at my son's wedding?
Oi.
We're going through a lot as a family right now. Perhaps this isn't the best time.
Rolls up his sleeve, sticks his hand out. Name's Torg, mate. This is me, mate Terra.
He looks at your hand. He's like, a pleasure.
Oh, one of those types, I see. All right, I'm sorry. I didn't know if you had one of them things going on where you're from. I'm sorry, I made an assumption, mate. We just got better healthcare down under, all right?
He kind of like rubs his forehead. He's like, no, I'm sorry. It's just been a stressful few moments. I don't mean to come off rude to you.
I thought white was a nice color.
Well, it does match the dress, I guess.
Well, that's what I thought. Brides wear white, so white means good wedding shite, right?
If only that
Unless
were
you're
true.
a furball bride, then you'd be wearing a weird shade of blue.
All right. Well, it's been again. It was very nice to meet you. I guess we're going to go to the after party. If
Oi,
that's-
we got mate, where's the reception at? And I'm like, frocking up the coat.
Well, both of the families own a brewery, so I think you can kind of piece together where the reception will be.
Oi, is there a groom's dog or a bride's dogs at all? Me boy Tara's looking to score right now. I've been raising money, trying to get money to fix him, but sometimes it's quite pricey. But I got a good employer now.
You look over and Terror's like running down an alley with a few other dogs.
I love to imagine just Terror just butt scooting across like the center aisle carpet.
Oh my god, that happens. He just looks down and he's like, Torg, was it? See you at the reception. Thank you for
Oh.
coming. And he just
save
kind of
me a
like
dance,
brushes.
mate.
He just kind of like brushes past you.
I give him like a wink and a, one of those horse giddy ups as I'm
Yeah.
like, save me a dance, mate. And then as his wife's walking by, save me a dance too, would you, mate?
Oh, the other family, like the other two parents of the other side of the aisle, they're kind of looking over, like hurriedly walking out the back side.
I'm gonna try and then while everyone's gonna go talk amongst themselves, I'll go look for the minister. Maybe they know more.
Okay. Sure. Go ahead and make a shit. What system are we in? Make a wisdom check for me.
Shit, what system? God, that is a mood. Ever since we started taking on so
know,
many more
yeah.
systems, it's like the one downside is Fuck, what game are we playing again? I almost grabbed D100. I almost grabbed my percentiles.
Soon, TM.
Let's see. I don't really have anything going for me here background-wise, so I'll just do the wisdom. 17.
17. Easy enough. You see the elven gentleman that I believe Lorian hung out with at the tavern the night before. His name is Archibald. He is an elven cleric. Or not really a cleric, just an officiant. He's very standard elf.
So I'm gonna just kind of start walking up towards the elf, walking up to the altar. Or does the Pope wear a hat, mate?
Turns around. Excuse me, I believe he does, yes.
Oi, and does a bear shite in the woods?
I believe most do, yes.
And does the Pope shite in his hat?
Oh, when you put it that way.
Oi, name's Torg. Pleasure to meet you, sir.
Yes, I believe we met. You were the drunk one, yes?
Oh, I don't remember meeting, so we never met, mate.
All right. Well, I'm Archibald. It's a pleasure.
Oi, and I'm Torg, and this is me mate Terror, and there's Terror just butt scooting across.
God damn.
Oi, so what's the white flower mean, mate? I don't mean to be much of a bother, but I've never seen that at a wedding ceremony.
No, you're not to bother. And I wish I knew, frankly. I've never seen them, and I've spent the last 200 years officiating.
Oh. But why the hell is everyone being so goddamn salty about the whole damn thing? Oh, I mean, I thought white was a good color.
Well, it's a fine.
At least at a wedding.
Yeah, it's a fine color, but I think that there's just a lot of uncertainty around it. I'm not certain it's a bad color. It could be a very beneficial thing, but...
Well, is this one of them differences in cultures things? Like white a bad culture here, and it's like, is white like the mourning death color in this place? Is that it? Is this like one of them things? Do I go all reverse? I'm not from around here, mate.
No, so he takes the time to explain. Green is good, red is bad, white is uncertain to you.
Oh, look, mate, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not much for I'm more of a Krug dwarf myself, right? We don't do this weird shite with the colors. We just kind of say, be nice to the animals and don't be a jerk to the trees. It's easier. So, this flower shite just really boggling the brain.
Well, unless you have a direct link to affinity, I suppose that you won't have any answers anytime soon.
Yeah, but I did watch someone officiate a wedding once for affinity. And it wasn't a bad flower that go around, so.
That is lovely. I'm glad that you had the experience of a good one.
All right, well, you have fun there, Mr. Pontiff. I'm gonna get down off the altar now and praise Jeebus. Praise affinity. You have a good one now.
Could you please take your... He points down to Terror, butt scooting all the way down the aisle.
and beep, 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 and Torg and Terror walking out of the chapel.
All right, what is the four rational people up to?
Well, I'm at a wedding, and I hate it. So, find me wherever the drinks are.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
I'll go with her.
All right, so Yvette and Lorian, you kind of make your way back to one
We
of the
head to the
breweries.
bar.
Yep. You've got this awkward standoff as you see one on each side of the road. And you have this internal decision of which one you're going to go to.
Do, either of them have a better deal, you think?
Oh, I don't know. I think they're, both trying to outdo the other right now, so we'll probably, come out on top either way.
Alright, I've got an idea.
Did we still want to do any snooping around with that painting? Maybe we could go hang out at the bar where, that was, in case we want to go take a look-see.
Could do that. I mean, I was just going to suggest that I flip a coin and you bet which
Oh, yeah, I like that one.
Tails. And then if you win, we go to the one on the left. But if you lose, we go to the one on the right. How's that?
Sure.
And if you win, I'll buy your drink.
Oh, I like that too.
Okay. Alright. I need a coin to flip. I don't actually have a coin. But I have
Just roll like a D6, yeah.
Okay, so evens are gonna be heads, odds are gonna be tails.
No, it's tails.
It is tails.
No, I win!
Yeah, you win! Alright, we're going to the one on the left.
Lorraine looks absolutely just chuffed. They're so happy. This is 2 bets they've won now. I think y'all are like my good luck charms there.
Yeah, well, we'll see after we get a few drinks.
Oh yeah, I didn't go do any arm wrestling in this tavern last night, so you know, we got a whole bunch of newbies to try that one on. I'm like cracking my knuckles. Ooh, it worked that time.
I forgot about that. All right, let's go.
Yeah. Clank, 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 clank. Oh, wait, no, I'm
I
just for
would-
a wedding.
The
So,
cat
yeah, we're
crawling
gonna go
back
into
up.
the whichever one's on the left. I don't know. I just picked a direction.
Sure, you go to the Lornans.
Okay.
I'd like. Is Hazel still here?
We'll say that she's not because she walked out with her new husband. But it doesn't take you long to find her at the reception. She doesn't look thrilled.
Great. I want to go speak with her.
Okay. You walk up. She does look absolutely breathtaking on her wedding day. Her hair is kind of pinned up in the back. She has hazel eyes, as her name would indicate. She has darker tan skin, and she's still wearing her very beautiful white dress.
You look gorgeous.
She turns around. She's like, "Oh, thank you. Thanks for coming again. It's nice to see you all. People who helped me in a time of need." And she smiles.
Oh, well, we were happy to do it. How are you holding up? I know that probably wasn't the ending that you were hoping for.
Well, it was a little embarrassing, I won't lie, but I'm happy. And she kind of squeezes Luke's arm a little bit.
I'm very glad. And it's nice to meet you, Luke.
Hi, yes. I know that you helped Hazel, and again, I appreciate it.
It was no trouble. I wanted to check in and wish you well. Yes, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Enjoy. Everything's on the house, so.
Thank you. And I will slightly awkwardly wander off.
Okay.
And as you're walking away, you'll pass Torg, and Torg will like do a double take towards the bride, and he'd be like, "Oi, girl, what? What's her story? Is she taken?"
No.
Alex, I swear to God.
This is just me besting at all the best like wedding jokes that I've ever seen,
Yep.
all in one.
It's Burr and Theodora all over again.
Oh no.
Yep.
We're at their divorce.
You just helped with their divorce proceeding. What do you mean? So, what's her story there?
Oh, Jesus. That was if y'all don't know what we're talking about, please go watch.
I'm gonna go find the VOD and put the link
please
in chat.
somebody
Yeah,
post that.
It was from our unprepared one particular harbor session, and it was ridiculous.
It's probably the worst and best video on our channel available. So
yeah.
enjoy. Anyways, sorry. What else would we like to do here? There's not a ton that's gonna happen here, unless you just start talking to the right people. So you guys do what you need to do.
I don't know. What do we want to do? Like,
I mean,
Cause-
I'm here for a drink, so
Still
I
want
would
to
like
know.
that first.
I'm gonna spend some time surveying the crowd, especially the woman who had the necklace.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's Luke's mother is Lana.
Lana.
All right, she hates me.
She hates all of you.
I
Well-
directly walked over, poured a drink on her, and then said bye.
You in particular, yes.
I am not going to that bar. I think that's probably for the best choice.
You do see that Lana, Luke's mother, the mother of the groom, does have the white flower, and she's just kind of sitting at a table by herself in the back, just kind of like rubbing it in her hands, like just looking at it pensively.
That's creepy.
I want to go sit by her.
Okay.
I don't know what they're all so upset about. They didn't like each other anyway.
They were probably hoping for a red flower.
All right, so you pull up a stool next
Well,
to
I thought red
Lana.
was a bad thing. I thought that meant blood. The preschool back there told me red's a bad color.
Right, and there's a family rivalry. They don't like each other, so she's saying she was probably hoping red so they'd get divorced. How do I know more about this than you? I've been alive like 3 weeks.
Mate, I don't follow family law. I don't got time for that.
We've been here the same amount of time and I've managed to pick that up.
I don't know. I thought they made a lovely couple, mate.
Well, I mean, they do, but the parents seem to have some kind of possible disagreement on that front. Not sure our screaming portrait's gonna do any favors for anyone.
It's not our responsibility that it's screaming. All we had to do is deliver it.
Oh, if it's like that one play that I saw the one time, we need to get moving because this don't have a happy ending.
No?
I'll explain it later. It's just not a very, forbidden lovers, death and tragedy. We need to get a move on, mate.
I mean, I thought you guys were the ones who were like, oh, I love amusement. I want to sit here and drink and have fun and be jolly. I am fine with leaving. I do not understand why we're standing around for no reason. I don't.
I never said leave.
Why do you want to go then?
We'll need to solve this riddle with his white flower thing. Get these
Right.
parents to stop being salty peanuts, and then... Oh, mate.
What was that accent?
And then,
I don't know. I'm traveling the world right now.
Blossom
It's okay.
walks in.
Mine is so unstable. I cannot judge you.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
I
hard.
loved it.
I was wonderful.
It was
it's
wonderful.
not my. I smoked 40 packs of cigarettes. I don't. That one I don't lose.
Tori very briefly went down to Georgia.
Yeah, you're just here, ready for the party, gonna get tips some cows later.
When Torg drinks, mate, we go to a different down under,
He
right?
moves
He talks like a
continents.
tabaxi.
That's awesome. Okay, so Amara, as you pull up a bar stool next to Lana, you do notice that there is someone sitting next to her, but Lana seems to be taking no notice of them, and you see Affinity just kind of sitting there next to her, interested in what's going to happen here. And she just looks
Oh.
at you and kind of smiles underneath her masquerade mask.
I lift an eyebrow, what is happening here?
She just kind of gestures to you to take away the conversation.
Okay. You're Lana, right?
Hello, yes, that is me. Enjoy the party. And she's just very dismissive.
Thank you. I'll do my best. Are you all right? You look a little, pensive.
And she kind of looks up at you for probably the first time, and you can see that her eyes are kind of glassed over. She's probably pretty drunk already. And she looks up and she's like, I just want my son to be happy at this point.
Is
gives
she
you
telling the
comments.
truth?
Go ahead and make a wisdom check.
Okay. I got an 18 plus 4, so
She's at this point she's telling the truth. If you had asked her this about 3 hours ago, it would be a different story. But for someone like Lana, just because you roll so high, you get the idea that like social presence and like outward presence is a really big deal to her, especially like a business owner in a prominent place in town. So anything that can weaken her like social image like this is probably not great. But at this point, yes, she is telling the truth that she just wants Luke to be happy.
I can respect that.
Yeah,
The
you get
second
the
part, not the
sense.
first part.
Yeah, she's not a bad like person. She just like, yeah, she's just very obsessed with her image.
I don't think I want to phrase this question.
As rudely as possible.
No, different character. I mean, you were probably hoping for a green flower, huh?
Yes, as many issues as both sides of these families have had, everyone has always received a green flower when they marry into other families. So, yes.
What? I mean, I haven't been in town long. What really is the issue? I've heard some things about a mead recipe or something.
Yes, a long time ago, the Ohumlans stole the recipe for our mead from my forefather. And we never really let that go as we continued down, and they basically stole our patent.
Well, that's not great. But I guess, I mean, now that Hazel and Luke are married, it doesn't really matter anymore.
It's a solid point. You're very wise. She's not being sarcastic, even though that sounded like it was.
Thanks, I guess. I don't know. I've never seen a white flower before. Well, not at a wedding, anyway. Not like this.
Well, are you married? Have you gotten your own flower?
No, but a couple of my siblings are married.
Were they all green?
Were they all green?
It's up to you.
Probably not.
It's a long time ago. Probably before that lore was made.
Some of them.
That's all you can ask for. I'm assuming you have a large family if you had to think.
Yeah, I do.
I've never seen a white flower either. I've just, again, it's more the uncertainty of what that means, and if Affinity, wherever she is, would just tell us what that meant, then there would be less embarrassment, but...
I look over at Affinity over her shoulder, like,
she's just kind
now's the time.
she's just kind of sipping like a small glass of like champagne.
Yeah, I guess it would be nice to know. But, you know, arch existences, they're enigmatic.
Again, wise words.
Not so much wise words as common knowledge, I guess.
Fair enough. My head is a little buried in the day-to-day life around here, so I probably missed that day at school.
That one is some hands-on wisdom, I'm afraid.
Interesting. I'm assuming not the same one.
No, I mean, I've encountered Affinity before, but...
And why was that?
Well, like I said, several of my siblings were married.
Fair. Yeah, her attention has definitely shifted towards prodding at this point. She seems to want to take her mind off of what's going on in front of her and is interested with your story. So now she's just kind of poking at what you'll tell her. Seems to like drama.
Yeah. But, I mean, at least Hazel and Luke seem happy, right?
That's true. And she looks over and they're not like sharing their first dance, but they're just kind of like, you know, doing like a jig somewhere.
And at the end of the day, that's what matters, right?
Yes, and that's why I will try my best to put the feud aside to let this play out how it will. And she kind of looks down at the flower.
That's good. I think sometimes it's okay not to know how things will turn out.
That's true, and I highly doubt that every green flower has been correct anyways.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, people change.
Alright, well, enjoy the festivities. I'm going to go give a toast, I guess.
Good luck.
Thank you. She gets up and leaves you with Affinity, and Affinity just like reaches up in her hat and takes a green flower, and she's like, "I would give you one, if you found someone special."
Thanks. Maybe someday.
All right, I promise not to give you a white one when the time comes.
Can you tell me what it means? I mean, I get it. If not, it's your business. It's kind of your whole thing, but I'm really curious.
Well, only if you promise to start looking. And she plucks a white flower from her hat and takes it down, and she kind of puts it on the table just as kind of like almost a centerpiece for what she's about to like say to you. And she says, "Unfortunately, there's things stronger than any pull that I have over this world, and that would be blood. It's thicker than anything here, and when a spirit of the family itself disapproves of a union, I'm powerless to approve or deny that union."
So the white flower means that there are outside forces at play?
It means that my vision is clouded to what will happen, and somebody else, someone more related in the family to them, has more of a say over this than I do. I'm not a god.
No. You don't know how it's going to end for them?
I didn't even know they would get married until today.
Really?
Yes, it hasn't happened often. I've given, I think, 6 white flowers in my thousands of years.
That's very few.
Yes.
They seem like they really love each other. Is there anything we can do to help them?
She says this almost jokingly more than anything, but she's like, you can try to track down a spirit if you want, but maybe her friend
I'm
could
willing
help.
to give it a shot if you've got a lead.
I have no leads, but ask around. There's hundreds of people here, and maybe your friend can help. And she looks over towards Lorien and the adjudicator symbol, probably still on their person, even in wedding attire somewhere. I don't know.
I have a necklace and it's permanently tattooed on my hand, so.
Well, yeah, that'll do it. It's not a temporary tat.
Thanks. I'll see what I can do.
Yep. Let me know if you need anything else. I'll be silently and unseen enjoying the festivities.
Affinity.
Mhm.
I know I've probably not been a stunning example of the things you stand for in the world, considering my personal history. But I am grateful to you.
She laughs like a quick, like, sarcastic laugh, and she's like, "For what? I've followed you around for months, trying to point you in the right direction." Oh,
Exactly.
that makes sense. And she kind
You
of
tried to help me.
Well, I
And,
liked you. I approved of what was going to take place, and now that it's not, that's still fine.
It didn't feel like there were very many people on my side for a while there. I don't know. It was nice to feel like I wasn't completely abandoned.
I've always enjoyed your company, and I don't think there'll be a time that I don't, even when you do get your green flower.
Thank you.
If you get your green flower. And she smiles.
Right. I'm gonna go speak with Lorien.
Have fun. And she smiles and kind of disappears when you look back.
I will make my way over to Lorien.
Alright, what's everybody else up to? Are y'all just enjoying the party?
Yeah, I'm probably playing drinking games for like silver pieces and shit.
I don't know. Is there anyone of note to talk to in the Lauren bar?
You've got shit, I forgot his name. Where's my notes from last week? There they are. Nice. You've got you've got Landon Lornans, the old town guard that Lorien had arm wrestled, I believe. He is a pretty cool dude. He is probably the most boisterous. He's given several toasts at this point. If you had to bet on the person being thrown out of the wedding for being too drunk, it would be him at this point. He's definitely in the top contention for that. He's standing up on the bar, just kind of like singing almost like sea shanties.
Of course, I love it.
And
I mean,
he's
Abby
very drunk.
loves this. Yvette hates it.
He is probably commanding most of the attention. Luke and Hazel are still around if you wanted to talk to them. But other than that, those are probably your big three there.
I mean, I guess I'll kind of like wait for what's his face to chill, to stop singing and like take a seat, and then I will mosey over there.
Sure, he like eventually falls backwards off the bar. He slips on some ale.
He's gotta go to the bathroom sometime.
Yeah, sure. He goes out to pee, comes back, and sits down.
Some wedding.
Ah, hello. You've heard of my tales and come to hear them again. And he's just...
No, actually, I was at the wedding and I just came to get a drink.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
One for my new friend. And the bartender comes over and gets you a drink.
Much appreciated. And she'll like scoot the one that she was already working on away. Take the next one. So, White Roses, that's unusual.
Yes, Luke is a fine chap, but I always knew he'd be either a red rose or the white one.
Any particular reason why?
Well, he's not a warrior. He doesn't have that heart. He's gonna work at this brewery until he dies, and that's fine. But for someone like me, who wants tales and adventures spoken of them...
So you're telling me that people who follow in the way of their parents and don't go on adventure don't deserve happiness?
Well, that is what I said. I didn't really mean it like that. I've had a few. I don't know if you could tell. Sometimes it's difficult with words. Again, I'm more of a fighter. I'm not... Tales are told about me. I don't necessarily tell tales myself.
Well, that's fair enough. I mean, you seem to be doing a fairly coherent job a couple minutes back.
Yes, I picked up a few shanties in my day.
Well, anyway. So, yeah, good drinks.
Thank you. I didn't make them.
Yeah, I know. See, I don't really know what to talk about. I don't know anybody here except, them over there. There's just, I don't know what Lorian's doing. I'm assuming gambling.
Oh yeah, I'm playing coppers, which is like quarters but with copper.
Coppers.
I love that.
Oh, well, they're
I think,
fine.
like, the
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Red Sword is like standing behind you, just like figuring out how this game works, and then like walking over, looking at the other person and watching what they're doing, and genuinely just like annoying people, like being like, oh, that choice, ooh. And like walking around and commenting on the next person.
Oh my goodness.
Well, they're a fun bunch. You chose good friends. They're fun to hang out with. Well, me and Lorien pretty much tore apart every arm wrestling contender in this city yesterday night.
Yeah, so I heard. So what else is there like going on? Is there something else happening after the wedding? Or is this just it and everyone goes on with their lives with a white rose that no one knows what it means and everyone just does their best?
Well, I think I'm a little too old for the after party, but I'm sure some of the younger folk. Well, yes, I'm sure there'll be hotel room parties and things of that nature, but again, that's days of Landon past.
I don't know. I mean, I also don't need to sleep, so
That is handy.
no.
Well, I have +1s to everything.
That's fair enough. Yeah. I don't know. How did the bride and groom feel about this, do you know? How are they taking it? I don't really
Well,
want to bother them, because that feels weird, and I feel like we bother them enough already.
sure. Well, I haven't known Hazel long, but she seems like a fine girl. I'm sure it's eating at her a little bit on the inside, but I think she is trying to enjoy the day. Luke is a bit of an airhead, so I'm pretty sure he's just happy to be done with today, as bad as that sounds, but he's ready to go on with his life, I think. He doesn't give a shit what color the rose was, I don't believe.
I suppose that's a good way to go about it.
Typically, yes, but I don't think he put enough thought into it in the first place.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, wouldn't you want a green rose? I know it doesn't guarantee happiness, but it guarantees longevity, at the very least.
See, in my day, we kind of just we skirted around that whole part and just like.
So no rose. That's almost as rare as the white one.
It's a long story. Anyway, yeah. So this, I mean, can it really tell you all that much about what the future's going to hold and if you're gonna love each other forever and all that crap?
Well, like I said, I don't know about the love aspect, but at the very least, it means you won't have to go through a messy divorce and get all the attorneys involved. You don't want that one from Maywood, by the way. He is a shark.
I'll keep that in mind.
It's like the one that Yvette had.
That's what I was assuming. It left me with nothing except like some piddly little cantrips. Well, I mean, I'm just gonna chill and keep drinking then. I mean, we don't seem to have a ton in common.
No, he's loud and obnoxious and probably not Yvette's cup of tea, so.
Nope, reminds me a little bit of someone else with a dog.
Yeah, he's more into himself than he is anyone else. Alright, so the evening the evening continues on as everyone dances their hearts out. Amara, you were going up to approach the group, right? Okay, go for it.
Sorry, I'm having fun navigating my keyboard with my cat asleep on it.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, cute.
What a good baby.
What a good baby. You understand the rules. When the cat sits, it does not move.
She's not. I
cat
gave up
starts
trying to
to
make her sit somewhere else.
You can see photo evidence in our Discord.
Yes.
I also tweeted a picture.
But I will go tap Lorian on the shoulder, interrupt their gambling.
Oh, hey.
Hey. So, can I have a word?
Oh, sure. Hey, the Red Sword, you want to take a crack at it?
Sure, I suppose.
Oh, you got this. And I'll just, like, put one in front of the
yay.
table and go
More
off.
merriment and amusement. Is this almost over?
There's Torg standing on a table with like a bunch of other people from the wedding, and they're doing like a chorus line. Dun 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 dun
Oh my
dun.
God.
I thought you said this was supposed to be an enjoyable experience. I have seen zero joy and only various forms of embarrassment done by everyone here. Do they not realize that they look... Well, I'm not allowed to say that word anymore, but...
Wait, who's the Red Sword talking to?
Oh, just like them while they're leaving, like just like look at everyone. Just like, do they not all realize they look embarrassing right now? Like this is a waste of time.
Some of them are drunk, so they don't really care.
Of course. You see, I'm starting to think that this alcohol you consume is very dangerous and some sort of
Oh, it's
poison.
literal poison. Yeah.
Yes, it's poison that messes with your brain, and I don't understand why anyone would do that to themselves and allow such an embarrassment to take place.
It's
And then
fun.
there's just Yvette in the corner like, oh.
Fun, right, back to the fun thing. God, can we be over with fun soon?
camera fades to Blossom somewhere else in the world. Like, is someone talking about me?
Lorian, somewhere a little less public, please.
Oh, sure. Whatever you need.
I will
guess we can-
drag Lorian off to a more private corner.
What's going on? Everything okay?
Yeah, I had a little chat with Affinity.
Oh.
I found out what the White Rose means.
Oh.
It means that she doesn't really know how this is going to go, and that there is some kind of family spirit that has some investment in this, so she can't really predict it. And I thought, you're a follower of the Adjudicator, so maybe you could do something about that. Figure out which spirit or where to find it.
Oh, I mean, if that means there's some kind of like spirit actively sticking around these parts, yeah, I absolutely got to find that and put that down to rest. But especially if they're meddling in living affairs, that's just not okay there. So I can certainly see what I can do. I haven't picked up on anything. Did Affinity give any sort of indication about how or who?
No, not really. She didn't seem to know. I mean, I thought maybe it would probably have something to do with the painting we brought or something.
Oh, that could certainly make sense. I mean, they had the that red flower there in the background.
Yeah. So if they have some kind of like vendetta or something.
That certainly could make sense. In that case, I should definitely try and take another look at that painting. Seems to be, if I feel really bad if that's what we brought here and that's what gave them this white flower causing all kinds of issues.
Well, I mean, I think it was probably happening before we showed up. I'm not sure if proximity had anything to do with the paintings first. I don't really know, though. I'm not an expert.
If that's what a spirit or something is tied into, we definitely didn't do anyone any favors bringing it closer.
That's fair. That's a good point. Should we investigate or something?
Oh, I mean, I've gotta take a look-see now that I think there might be a ghostie around here causing some issues. Let's see what I can do. Lauren goes to get a cup of coffee real quick because they were just playing all those drinking games. Yeah, I don't have any sort of detect undead thing as a cleric in this system. I'm just double checking.
Yeah, you can just make a general wisdom check and add
Cool.
+2 to it, just because you're,
Yeah.
or a background if
I have
you want.
the family business background.
There you go. Yeah, that works. Even better.
Let's see, what do we got? Oh no, did it not go? Oh, there we go. Ooh, that is a unnatural 20.
Spooky. Okay. Okay, so you, I guess describe what that would look like for Lorian. Do they catch a scent and kind of track it down, or are they just how do they catch wind of this?
I think they would be relying very heavily on their adjudicator tattoo, since that was something that was tied into their their completion of their cleric training with their family. Maybe it's kind of like a hot and cold, maybe they can sort of channel like an energy in it, as they sort of move around.
Yeah, that's cool. So you kind of sweep both of the breweries. And you just kind of hot and cold it. There's just really nothing going on spiritually, undead, anything like that. But you do, as you're kind of walking up, you're kind of walking around the back of the other brewery, so the O'Humlin brewery, and you do get this feeling down this alleyway, and it's a little mist covered. It's kind of getting late at night. And it kind of weaves down away from the town a little bit. You get just this slight feeling that maybe something is off in that direction.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think that's probably a feeling they've had, like, doing this before, trying to track stuff down.
Yeah, definitely.
So they'll just sort of look to Amar and be like, oh, I think we might, have a little something going on down here. We should probably get the others, though, just in case. I mean, I hate to interrupt a good time, but...
No, this is definitely more important.
Do you want to run and get them? I'll just stay here in case, I don't know, something changes or it moves.
Sure, just be careful.
Oh, I'll be fine.
Okay, I will run off and collect the others.
Okay. Group is collected. If anyone wants to make that difficult, go for it. If not, we will just proceed.
Torg's done being difficult for now.
Like, everyone looks at Torg.
I knew that one was directed at me. It's okay. You can say it.
I didn't direct that to anyone. So you all kind of regroup down this alleyway. Torg, you're looking around for Terror, and you see him run out of the alleyway with a few dog friends, and join and meet up with you. And yeah, you've got the night.
So it seems like we might have some sort of ghosty problem down this way somewhere. Might be causing trouble for the lovely new couple. I don't know.
Wonderful, we don't have to do amusement anymore.
No, I guess now it's...
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm just saying, I'm just kind of honestly wondering why we really care about these two people we don't know.
I don't know why we didn't leave the moment we brought the painting in, but since we're here, we can at least do something of use and of value.
Oh, and I mean, regardless, now that I know there might be some sort of, ghosty business going on, I can't leave till I get to the bottom of it.
And
Interesting.
they did let us attend their wedding. I think it's only like a decent favor to give them a hand for, here's this really shite painting. It's still, I think it's just a decent thing. Oh God, there goes my accent again.
Torg's had a lot to drink.
Yeah.
Torg has had quite a few, I don't know what's like a really well-known drink from southern USA. He's just drank so much Yingling beer.
Oh man. Ooh,
They're nice people who need help, and we can help them, so shouldn't we?
Right, of course, yes, right. Oh no, whatever. Let's do it. At least we're not sitting around watching that drunk man sing again.
Oh, that was a good song, I thought, mate. I was having a blast. Oh, I could sing us another one. You want to hear another one?
Nope, we're okay.
No,
we're okay.
thank you.
No.
I stumbled in at 3 a.m. all drunk and
God.
full of smoke.
Please stop.
My wife has said I've had enough. That's it, I'm sick. Get out!
Yes, done. Good job.
So I stumbled down to Kelly's pub, and I told the boys me story. And we had
Lorraine
another
just
round.
starts walking.
And then as you're all walking to wherever, Torg just keeps repeating, "Oh, we'll drink and fight. Oh, we'll drink and fight. Oh."
Torg, I like to think I'm a pretty nice person, but if you don't stop singing, I will hit you in the face.
That doesn't seem that doesn't sound like something a nice person would say, mate.
Oh, but as we get closer to wherever we're going, we don't want to tip off anything. We're coming.
Oh, that's right, the ghosts.
Lorraine's like all business now. Like, ghosts were mentioned and they are on it.
Definitely can't alert the ghosts to our presence.
Torg's that guy who totally makes jokes while on the job. He's just Spider-Man on the job.
Lorraine's not allowed to have fun on the job.
No fun. Okay, so as the five of you wind through, as Torg's singing fades out, those of you with the higher wisdoms, you begin hearing crying reminiscent of the painting that you had brought here. You're very used to that crying painting as you spent 4 days, day and night with it. And you hear, it's not exactly the same, but it's very close down this alleyway.
You guys hear that, right?
Oh yeah, it's pretty unsettling even, now.
I'm so relieved. Oh, I thought I was just pissed drunk, so...
Well,
We're
I
already
too.
drunk, but
We're all like, yeah, man.
I almost said oh beans.
I'm gonna check it out. Cover me. And I'll start creeping forwards.
Okay.
Towards the crying.
Sure. So you creep forwards down this alleyway, and the alley does kind of expand out into the countryside. So like there's a little stone wall, and then over that you see like wonderful green rolling hills that are outside of the city limits. So you're at the city limit on the side. And you see this woman, she's wearing a white dress. This is Hazel, and she's just kind of crying by herself.
Hazel?
She looks up, she sniffles. Oh, hi, yep, I'm over here, I'm okay.
Why are you crying? I know, it's not usual someone has a nice whinge on the wedding day, unless it's, tears of joy, mate. You
cry-
okay?
Yeah, you cry a lot.
I'd pull out a handkerchief and offer it to her. Are you okay?
Yes, I just wish things had gone differently. But I'm okay. There's nothing left to say about it. I don't have any really new information. I'm just kind of feeling sorry for myself for a minute.
I'll slide up next to Hazel. But you threw one killer party. Let me tell you, mate. Ooh, that was one hell of a reception.
I believe my new husband thinks so as well, and you hear the distant sound of retching somewhere.
Oh, is that what's
No,
the matter?
Hazel.
No.
The white rose, it's not necessarily a bad thing, It just means you don't know.
Right, and I keep telling myself that we do know, in a sense. So I think we'll be okay. But again, I'm just taking a second to kind of reflect. And overall, the day was nice. It was great, but just that one aspect,
Yeah.
We've only had one person in our family ever get not a green rose, so it's
Really? Who?
oh shit, that was Luke's family. Never mind. Ignore that last line.
Well, it's her family now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could be worse. You could be like me, and the only companion you have in law. Actually, never mind. Oh, actually, I think I do got better off than you. I do like hanging out with me dog.
Don't listen to him.
So,
mate,
you know how
Been
I've
trying
been
not to.
reading this etiquette book, right? I think I should loan it to you. You could use it.
She takes it. She's like,
No, her Torg.
oh.
Look, I'm not. No, never mind. All right, Miss Hazel. I'm sorry you're having a rough day. Is there anything we can do to be of service?
No, you've all done enough. I didn't mean for you to intrude on my pity party.
Or I thought you was a pain, to be real with you.
What?
I
mean,
No, I know you get it, but she's like, what the fuck is this guy going on about?
This guy's really high.
Lorraine is still wandering around trying to follow this. So they'll just sort of be like, "Oh, speaking of, by the way, have you seen anything weird nearby?"
Weird in what capacity?
Oh, pretty much any capacity. I never really know with this stuff.
Well, Uncle Landon has been kicked out of the reception finally.
Well, that doesn't seem too weird to me based on what I've seen.
Fair enough. I don't know. Some kids snuck off. I think they were going to the after party. We're going off on the honeymoon immediately after he's done, purging himself.
Well,
but
that's nice.
yeah, but I think I'm sure there's some after party going on somewhere. I think some kids were snickering, maybe, trying to steal beer from their parents, running off, kid things.
Wait, never mind. Dwarves are very different than your ilk around here.
There's money tied to it here, so.
Oh, we just like to drink.
I mean, I
Look.
can point you in the direction they went, but I don't know if that'll really help. I'm not sure what you're searching for. Really.
Wait, were they snickering about anything in specific? You know how these kids can be. They get a few beers in them, and mate, they pull in ranks of all kinds.
They mentioned something about going to the abandoned house. That was really it.
I look at my companions. Abandoned house. Sweet.
Oh, what house is that? Which way?
Oh, well, my family has this old house. We don't live there anymore. It's in the countryside. If you just go down a few rolling hills, you'll find it. It's pretty straight from here. Anyways, kids use it to go drinking now. I don't really care. There's nothing of value there to our family anymore. We just kind of left it in the dust when it was time to move here and start the business.
Oh.
Actually, if you want to get technical, the city actually, this is probably boring to you all, but it actually expanded down this way a little bit originally, and it was actually taken over by raiders, and we had to actually wall it off. So this used to be part of the city of Arnor, but it no longer is. But anyways, boring, I know. The hill is, the house is down there, but...
Yeah. That seems like about as promising a place to start as any at this point.
Sure, good luck. I still don't know what you're searching for, but again, thank you.
Oh, ghosts and stuff, and I just wander off.
Is
like-
it normal for five adults to go sneak into a child's party like we're planning?
Oh,
I
I
mean-
wasn't gonna be sneaking, I mean.
I'm just
We call
saying.
it chaperoning.
Chaperoning. Oh, I see. I'm just saying that she seemed oddly okay with the idea of just like 5 adults sneaking into a child's party. But that's okay. I don't know much about this world.
Oh,
Well,
look,
if
Red
the house
Sword.
is full of ghosts, it's no place for a kid.
No, I
to
see.
sneak.
Logically, I understand
Well, I
why
mean,
we're doing
unless
it.
you're a Noriel, I guess. Just
We've
wandering.
also proven ourselves to be quite not jerks to Hazel, so I'm sure Hazel would be very keen on us trying to help out any way we can, even if it means crashing and chaperoning this kid's party.
Hazel
Look at that
yells
kid.
after you, just bring the cute little dog in the tuxedo and you'll get into the party, no problem.
Of course. Damn it!
See, she's just oddly alright with like 5 adults just walking into a child's party. I don't know.
Red
I think
Sword.
that's strange.
Red Sword, I'm gonna give you a little advice about the kind of world we live in, and similar worlds to what we live in. People can do all kinds of weird shit and no one asks questions. I could go and beat up a bunch of goblins and I might get paid for it at the end of the day. We just live in a really weird world, okay, mate?
No, see, I understand a lot of the world's policies, mostly in adventuring. It is weird that we just do that and that's okay and that makes people called heroes, but you know, whatever works. But I haven't spent too much time with the intricacy of society and how that works. I'm trying very hard. Everyone gave me a very long lecture last time.
Put a gentle hand on Red Sword's shoulder. I'm gonna tell you the biggest secret that I wish someone told me while I was trying to figure
I
all
really
this shit
don't
out.
think you should be the one teaching me anything from what I've seen so far.
No one knows how society works. We all live in a society, mate, but none of us know how this all works. Oh, I thought me mom and dad knew what was going on. They had no fucking idea what was going on. And I thought I'd figure it out. Nope. And everyone, I thought maybe there's something funny with me. Nope. Everyone, no one knows what the fuck is going on, mate.
See, that's the problem because I did know what was going on. I knew how things worked, and then I was transformed into this thing, and now nothing makes sense, and we're going to a child's party to find ghosts.
Wait, if you knew how everything worked, I have this burning question I've been meaning to ask when I finally encountered a true master of wisdom, mate.
I don't remember at all. This brain's
Are
a
you
lot
sure?
more cloudy. You can try me.
All right. So, can you explain this to me, mate? Why the fuck do hot dogs come in packs of 10, but the buns only come in packs of 8? It's
Obviously, just to make you buy more packs of buns.
well, holy shit. I'll be a monkey's mum. Clip me emu and slap a kangaroo, mate.
I'm gonna walk over here.
Okay, so you continue down a few.
And Lucy is gone, has been replaced with Cat.
Yep.
Lucy is now taking on a tabaxi persona.
Yeah, and Blossom just rolled up.
That's where the southern
I've given
accent's
up.
coming from.
I have given up on attempting to make her move. This is her place now.
That's
So
okay.
good. Hello, baby.
That's okay. So you kind of jump the walls of the city and begin kind of walking down the hills. You go 1 or 2, and it's a little taxing on the legs, especially like this is a little bit of a hike. And you make it down, and you do hear like bards kind of singing and into loudspeakers if they were a thing. So there's some thaumaturgy going on in the town square, and you look down, and what Hazel neglected to tell you is that there's actually a few abandoned. It's like a little abandoned village, not just a little abandoned house. So there's a bunch of like overrun like areas, and it seems to be a place where kids go and party. And by kids I mean, you know, like high schoolers.
Yeah, I assumed what you meant by
Yep.
kids.
So there's a bunch of high schoolers partying here. There's a few bards playing the music in little DJ booths, and they've turned like this entire town square basically into their own little party city.
Those were the days.
Yep.
Ugh, Party City. We only have
So-
like everything here is overpriced.
Well, I think the abandoned house was a bit of a misrepresentation on Hazel's part. Looks around the whole abandoned ghost town.
Oh, I mean, it shouldn't be too much of a problem for finding things, but it does, you know, cause a bit of a concern for safety. Can I still, like, discern a direction or anything like that?
Yeah, so there's like a big town square in the center, and then there's one manor that is like clearly the end and the apex of the town. Like, it is the biggest thing here. It is the last house on the road, and it swings kind of like eerily. The sign does, and it does say Lornan Estate.
Oh, I think this here's the place, and I just point with my glowy hand.
And at this point, you are pretty far. Like, it's actually hard to hear the music, so you just kind of like bypass the entire like high schooler party scene, and it's just kind of a distant sound in the back of your head. So you are not actively near anybody else at this point.
For me, I'm just still going and looking, pretty much just getting ready to holy damage something if I need to.
Okay. So you walk in.
I
And-
will.
sorry.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I will have like, Yvette's otherworldly shadow like start to kind of materialize as they go in, just to kind of be at the ready.
Cool. So you do that. You make it up, and it is. It's not lit in here. It's dark. So those of you, I don't know how prevalent dark vision is in 13th Age, or how
I don't think it's a
Not, but-
thing.
at all. Okay.
It's at least not noted on
Awesome.
High Elves or Alleykin. So.
I love this. Another note, another plus for 13th Age.
Another plus.
Yeah, so you enter into this dark little chamber. You kind of like feel around the walls. It seems to be like a little foyer, basically. There's like some old ancient umbrellas that are kind of tattered against the walls. A few of you hear little scurrying feet as mice run across the floor. Some floorboards kind of squeak under your feet a little bit as you enter, and you can kind of see in front of you, just barely in this light. The moonlight's kind of shining in. That's your only light here. There are about 2 sets of stairs going up, and there is a small lift on the side as well to take you to the top, if you'd prefer.
Yes, walking is hard.
Agreed. Yeah, so you kind of load into the lift here and kind of just pull yourself up, basically. Simple pulley system kind of going on. And you make it to the top.
I'll adjust Terror's little tuxedo, make sure it looks all spick and span before we get there.
Just in case there's any party goers.
Yep.
So as you're kind of going up in the lift, you do your best hearing everywhere, and you don't hear much in this area except for scurrying little feet of little critters. So it seems that the party has not dared enter this building for some reason. So you make it up to the top here, and you find what is basically the top of the stairs. There is a little family painting. It is a painting of the same woman of the painting that you earlier brought to the town. She is a Lornan. She's the matriarch of the Lornans. She's the first one, basically. And you see that there are three glowing. It's encased in glass, this painting, and there's three glowing golden locks on the sides. And you kind of look around a little bit in the moonlight, and you see that there are three directions to go deeper into this manor. There is a hallway to the left, the right, and then there are stairs up next to the painting. This woman in the painting, she looks angry, and she's by herself this time. But it's kind of one of those paintings where it's like they try to make it look angry, so they look serious and intimidating when you walk into their family, high prestige home.
Right.
But she's by herself. There's no husband that we know was in the picture at some point.
Oh, so it, like, otherwise is identical to the painting we brought in?
No, sorry. It's a different day. She's not wearing a wedding dress or anything. She's wearing a simple black gown.
Okay. You're like, oh, well, that's unsettling there.
Yes.
Do I sense the, like, undead presence from this painting, or do I sense anything down the hallways?
So as you're it takes you a second to kind of acclimate to what's going on in this house, and as you all get up the lift, it's difficult to sense a particular area, but it is strong in the foyer. There's a lot going on here. It instantly becomes prevalent to you why kids aren't partying in this house. There's just the vibes are off. It's a very creepy location, frankly.
Vibe check.
Yep, the vibe check
Vibe
has
check.
failed here.
Bad vibes.
Oh boy, well, there's definitely nothing good kicking around in here somewhere. I guess the neighborhood kids are a bit smarter than we give them credit for if they're avoiding this place. I can't tell a specific direction where anything is, though. I guess our best bet is to just kind of wander till we find something or it finds us.
I would suggest that we don't immediately go up the stairs because I'm still working on walking forward instead of walking upwards. I feel like it's just difficult. I don't know how you're all so good at it. I guess you spent a lot of years with legs.
Oh yeah, like over 100 in my case, so I mean, lots of practice.
Lots of time with legs.
lots of leg days.
Lots of leg days.
Never skip a leg day.
Almost all of them, yeah.
Now, the red sword, I will say, if you want to have superhuman tall powers like me, and Yvette will like pull up her skirt a little bit to show off her like enormous heels she's wearing, you do have to get good at walking.
I would enjoy being taller. I feel like it's better for intimidation. It's very annoying to have to look up to someone and then threaten them. It'd be so much easier if I could look down at them.
Oh, you could come and work out with me too. People get pretty intimidated by the and I just flex.
Oh yes. No,
because we're all short.
Yeah, we're all short except for Yvette.
Power of everybody.
See, I would love to see your training routine since I have crafted many of them, and it's super enjoyable to compare it to some of the ones I've crafted because clearly you've done well for yourself.
Oh, well, thank you. I'll make sure to pass the compliments on to Uncle Aria. He's the one who put it all together, but I'd actually really appreciate your feedback on that.
Wonderful! We can make a day of it. No more drinking, no more partying, just actual work. Oh, I'm so here for that.
Oh, well, I mean, I can, come by at dawn tomorrow.
Sounds
right
wonderful.
before my run.
Oh, yes. Actually, I should watch you run as well because you might be favoring a certain leg and that could be an issue.
Oh, okay. Just like years of flashbacks of, oh man, now I'm not gonna do anything right again.
Yeah, like the red sword is like way too into like the idea of, oh, I get to teach someone again.
So we can check one of these other hallways out before we worry about the stairs then. Maybe we'll find something before and you don't even need to worry, the red sword.
I would adore that. Let's go with that.
Let's try this one, and I'll just start walking down the left path.
Okay, the left one. So you see in front of you a long hallway with unlit, decaying chandeliers. There's actually two of them that are evenly spaced throughout this hallway. At the very end, there is a wooden door. The moonlight kind of creeps through the crack as it is cracked open a little bit. And you hear, like, you didn't hear it when you were in the entryway, but now you kind of hear this like soft like music, like a small wound up music box. But it's a happy song. It's not like a creepy song. It's
That's worse, Chris.
yeah. I know, but it's there.
I know.
And it doesn't stop. It just keeps going.
Yeah, it just loops.
How long are you willing to wait?
Well, I assume we're like walking around here for a while.
True. Yeah, it just keeps looping.
All right. I imagine we're going pretty slow too.
I draw my swords.
Yeah,
Fair
did we like
enough.
grab our weapons before we came here because we were coming
Yeah.
right from the wedding?
Y'all are kidded. It's fine.
I've still got my like fancy outfit on under my armor. I didn't want to take the time to like change.
It's a lot of work.
It is.
Donning and doffing is no joke.
Yep, so you hear this music box at the end of this cracked open door. It's a happy song.
How much you want to bet it's another weird painting?
Oh, I'll give you 2 gold if it's not. I bet it's something else weird.
Oh, I forgot who I was talking to. I'm sorry.
I look deflated.
That was.
So, no
I
bet.
meant rhetorically. I mean, I don't know. Do you want to?
Well, I mean, but it's okay if you don't want to. It's fine. Still looking put out, but I'll start moving forward.
Oh.
Just I guess hang on, cause I don't know what's gonna be through here, but I'm just gonna go and open the door because
Okay.
I'm not scared of no ghosts.
I ain't scared of
Yes!
no ghost. So yeah, you kind of push the door open. It kind of slides against the wooden floor. It wasn't. It's kind of overgrown. Some of the moss under it. It's not evenly crafted anymore. There's nicks in it. Scrape it across the floor, and you see a bedroom, canopy bed, kind of in tatters, kind of like everything else. And in the corner, there is a balcony that leads out, and you can see the moon, like the full moon now, and all of its like glory right outside the window. The most striking thing in the room, however, is that you see a wedding dress, and it appears to be almost moving rhythmically by itself, almost dancing on the balcony.
Frick.
And
Oh well, that's not right.
and the music box is on the boudoir. Continually.
Florian, I think we found your ghost.
Oh yeah, or I mean, who knows? At least one of them. And I'm just gonna like prepare my spear and be like, "Oh, is everybody ready?" Because I'm just gonna and I like pantomime blasting it with like a spell.
I will gather my focus and I'm just
Nice.
gonna
I'll swap out for a bow and arrow. I don't want to get closer.
All right,
Is it like a ghost or a cursed object?
we'll find out because I'm gonna javelin of faith it.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Roll to hit. We won't. We won't.
I like your style.
Let's see. So that's a 24 versus AC.
Yeah, that'll hit the wedding dress.
And then damage. What is that? Let's see. 1d6 plus my wisdoms. Ooh. So that's gonna be 10 holy damage.
10 holy damage. So the rest of you ready yourself as Lorien blasts out this this golden lance from their the palm where their tattoo is, and you see it pierces the wedding dress right in the right shoulder and makes a large perfectly symmetrical hole through it, and the wedding dress just kind of softly floats back and forth to the ground, and nothing really happens.
Well, that was it.
Huh.
Yeah, is the music box still going?
It stopped when the dress fell.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that was probably not the ghost itself, and a
Uh-oh.
byproduct of whatever's happening here. This is a complete guess, but it seems like a real ghost should have been more difficult to deal with.
Oh yeah, I don't think we're done here yet. I want to check out that jewelry box. Is it like a wind-up dealio? Maybe with a key?
There's no key, but there is just a little metal rod on the side of it that kind of, you just turn it and it winds up.
Okay. All right, so it doesn't look like the key for the jewelry box or the music box might also be used for the portrait.
No.
Okay. Well, this is pretty nice here, but I don't know if there's anything else we need in the room. I'm gonna just start looking through things and see if I find anything.
Okay. So as you spend a little bit more time in the room, searching it, making sure everything is good, you hear the subtle sound of metallic gears cranking. And you look over and you see the music box is cranking itself back up. And as you watch that, the dress floats back to life and begins dancing in an ever so elegant dance by itself on the balcony.
Okay.
Well,
Now, I wonder what would happen if someone had the dress on and then it got
Oh,
enchanted. I think that would be awkward looking.
You want to try?
I mean, you're taller, so I bet the dress would look better.
Oh, yeah, not happening. All right.
Okay,
Well, I don't think the dress is going to do us any harm, it looks like. So
No.
maybe we should move on and try to find the actual ghosty.
Maybe. Does someone want to try dancing with it? Maybe it needs a partner rather than somebody to wear it.
That takes rose, puts it in mouth, slicks hair back.
You do you, buddy, and I'm just ready to blast the dress again.
All right.
Know how to dance?
Yeah, dancing's a lot like fighting, right?
Well,
I mean, if you do it right, kinda.
There are dances that can train you to be a better fighter. It does help
That is
you with
true.
your balance and your agility, but it is different.
Look,
And you-
I've got enough booze in me to make me a pretty good dancer right now. Okay.
I don't think that's how it works.
How it works.
Yes.
Best cat stream ever.
Cat.
cat.
Look at this cat. I love this cat. So, you know what?
It's
All right,
like
stream's
we're
over.
watching a
Look at the cat.
monster movie, where the monster just gets closer to the camera.
That is awesome.
Bum.
So is Torg dancing with the dress?
Fuck it, let's do it.
Okay, go ahead and make a charisma check for me, Torg.
We're the party
That's
of
my
good ideas.
dumb stat. Fuck, that's my dumb stat. Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez. That's a. I
Okay.
didn't want to. Wait, I didn't. Oh,
Oh, that's not right.
wait. I didn't want to add my background. Hold on.
You can uncheck it.
Oh,
Or-
I
or
got
I
nat
mean, check
20.
it
I just
totally.
I just rolled it on my own. I got nat 20. Fuck it.
Okay, so the wedding dress, just to describe it a little bit more, it does have lace arms, that come down, almost like gloves as well. And it comes down, and Torg, as you approach the dress, it does kind of begin leading you almost. The lace kind of wraps around your small, your hands, and one around the small of your back, and it begins leading you through this dance, and you get kind of lost in this for a second, and you swear for a while you see a woman's face,
Okay.
and then you hear the music, but it's almost like you're in a ballroom and there's people around you.
Oh, does this sound like one of them? There's that weird genre where it sounds like haunted ballroom music. I'll
Yeah.
have to find a link for it.
It's a little macabre, I would say.
Yeah, it's like that Everywhere at the End of Time album. I got you. I hear you.
It's like sad music and happy music mixing together, and
It's
you're
exactly.
you're in and out of this space. You see your friends, and then you just see a random group of humans gathered around watching you. And then the music ends suddenly. The box falls to the floor in a clatter. The rest of you hear that, and Torg, you feel the dress go lifeless in your hands.
So I like to imagine during the dance, first Torg's just kind of having fun with it, being the jokester that he is. But as the dance kind of goes on a little longer than expected, and as the dissonant music and kind of the dead whispers of, wedding goers past begin to fill the room, Tor gets more and more visibly uncomfortable as this whole thing is going on. And he kind of also shifts from funny, drunk reception guy to like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. As the music box falls, Lorian, it kind of falls next to your boot, and you do see a golden key. It breaks open, and you see a key kind of fall out of the backside of it.
Oh, I'm gonna go and scoop that up.
You have one key.
Oh, I think we're gonna need one of these. You okay there, Torg?
We won't get far without these.
Oh, yeah, I'm good. Sorry, I was...
No, I mean, that was Lorian asking.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was handling something else for a second there. I don't know what in the bloody hell just happened there, mate. I could have swore I was dancing with a ghost.
Well, I mean, that dress definitely wasn't just doing that itself.
Oh yeah. Let me put it this way. I wasn't leading the dance. And I think that's not even the part that scared me the most, mate. I started hearing like ghostly things and weird music was getting very unsettling.
Different than the music from the box?
Sounded more... Is the word dissonant I'm looking for?
Sure could be.
It sounded almost as if I was dancing in a... It felt as if I was not really dancing here, mate. But I was like dancing inside someone else's memory. And it's very jarring.
Oh, I can imagine.
It's like
I've
someone...
never done anything like that.
It's like someone took a piece of someone's past, maybe multiple weddings, and just kind of mishmashed it all in here, and it doesn't belong, mate.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess maybe tonight was the first wedding between these families in a long time anyway, so maybe it's bringing up a lot of things for the seer spirit.
And you got my back, this spirit shows up to, like, whip my arse, right?
Oh, always, and I pat you on the shoulder with a glowing hand.
Looks at the glowing hand. Oh, I feel better already.
Well, this is literally what I'm here for, pretty much, so, I'll do what I can to keep you all safe.
Oh, that's your purpose in life? Hunting ghosts?
Well, ghosts, anything undead that, the adjudicator here is not such a fan of.
Oh, I don't think I've ever really met many gods on the adjudicator side that are fond of the unliving.
Oh, but I mean, this is kind of her whole deal,
Oh, again, not very religious, mate. Sorry.
Oh, well, I'd be glad to, tell you a little bit sometime.
Yes, actually, I have a question. What counts as unliving? Does like a cursed object, perhaps a sword that lived for centuries, count as unliving?
Oh, no, it's, kind of all about, spirits coming back after their time are done and, stuff
I
like
see.
that.
So it's okay with things that can just live for a long time or forever. It's just things that come back when they're not supposed to.
Oh, yeah, pretty much. You should only get a one shot at living, and that's why it's so important to do the best you can with what you got.
Unless you're a cat, mate.
Right, some people get more chances than others, though, like longer amount.
You follow the adjudicator, you don't.
I mean, like, if you compare an elf to a human, they get far longer lifespan. It just seems strange that I don't know, I'm trying to understand the rules of it. So it doesn't... It's like bad that something can come back to life, but it's not bad if something just lives forever.
Oh yeah, if you're just following out your natural lifespan there without mixing in any weird necromantic magics and things like that, just
right. So then if you
that's
do
totally fine.
If you do cheat with necromancy, then it's automatically bad again.
Oh yeah, then probably someone in my family's gonna be coming for you sometime. I bet it's Leor.
Wait, how does the adjudicator feel about Botox then?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I mean, far as I know, the adjudicator doesn't have any preferences about cosmetic surgery. It's pretty much just the dying and coming back, not doing any of that anytime
What
soon.
about the
that's for
time
sure.
travel situation, right? Like, if they get to the point where they're super old,
Wait,
but then
mate,
they
how
go back in time to get
Wait.
young again, would that...
Lorraine's
Like-
like galaxy braining. I'm like that math meme where trying to do equations.
George's just trying to figure out like time travel just seems so foreign. Like going back in time? What?
And then
I don't
there's
think
a
that
vet-
would have.
And then there's a vet who like comes from a background of eldritch horror, and she's like, "Yep, sounds alright.
The
Yeah.
scans.
Classic.
That stands."
All right,
Ah,
you've
time
got
travel.
the right
wait,
door.
so is time travel okay? Like, that's just, I want to know.
I think when you time travel, I don't think you get youthful. I think you just stay the same.
That's
Yeah.
true. But you're
Oh.
messing with things. It's just, the line is strange to me, but that's okay. We can talk more about this later.
Oh, it's all about the whole like crossing over thing. I don't think she'd care too much about time travel things. I've never asked. I can try next time I'm praying.
All
I
right.
think it has a lot to do with having a soul, probably.
Oh yeah, that's a big part.
Oh, yes.
So nobody die, okay? Let's go.
I don't plan on doing that anytime soon.
Okay, good, because I'm not that kind of cleric.
And no, I'm not that kind. We don't do that. Not us rangers.
Die?
Oh, bring people back.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I got
Well,
lost
I don't
there.
know what he was talking about, but that's what I meant.
Oh,
Mara has
I'm good
no
at
idea why, but for some reason she starts looking for spiders.
Let's put it this way. I'm a lot better at putting people 6 feet under than putting them 6 feet out of the ground. You don't have to worry about me with adjudicator.
Oh, okay, that's a relief.
Sorry, Chris was working.
No
so
worries.
It's okay.
yeah, so you got the up door and the right door. You don't hear any creepy music from either of them, so you have a better feeling in your stomach either way than the one you just went.
right door sounds good, because it's still not climbing upwards.
Works for me.
All right. Sorry. Okay, let's take a break real quick, okay?
was
Let's
about to
take
say,
our
this
break.
is
Yeah,
a good time
let's
for a
do
break.
our break. I just got some weird stuff going on. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna be back in 5 minutes. Thanks for hanging out as we continue looking into this haunted little manor going on. Thank you for all those who donated tonight. Looks like we did make a bit. So thanks.
Yeah, we're at $130 of our $500 goal for the week already. So thank you, everyone.
Yeah, the donate link is in chat as well. So check that out if you are able. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in 5. And your intrepid adventurers are back. Thanks for hanging out during the break. We are ready to kick some ghost butt. So, we are in the old Lornan Manor, abandoned many years ago for unknown reasons. Yeah, that's where we're at. So we've got a door on the right and a mysterious room up to what looks like an attic up the stairs. So I believe while I was texting for work that the party chose the door on the right, but you can
Yeah.
correct me if
Yes.
that okay. Alrighty. So you walk into the room on the right, and you see that this room is something that maybe one of the hoarders in chat or a hoarder in the party might be more familiar with. This is a room of just trinkets and baubles and things like that have been kept. This is really tagging myself here. There's just a bunch of things that nobody needs on these shelves. One of which that you see a lot of are half-burnt candles. Candles seem to be like the main theme here. There's a bunch of different ones. There's 3-wick candles. There's long singular candles. There's half-burnt candles with the wax kind of melting down the brass candle holder. And then there is one candle at the center back of the room that is on a golden pedestal. It is a black candle. It's actually 2 black candles that weave inside of each other and intertwine, and they have 2 wicks sticking up straight. But none of the candles are lit.
So we should probably light the spooky one, yes.
Well, if I know anything about candles and magic spells, usually it's if a virgin lights the candle, that's a bad thing. So, I'll go light the candles.
All right.
All right, Yvette, what are you gonna do then?
I'm gonna light the candles. Or
You're
at
gonna
least I'm
write-
gonna light whatever one's nearest to me.
Okay, you're just gonna light a random one, not the spooky one.
Yeah, just a random one.
So you go up and you get a match out or whatever means that you have to do so, some flint, and scrape it, and a little flame produces, and you have a little bit more light in this moonlit room now. You can see a little bit better. You vastly underestimated the amount of candles that are tucked away in these shelves.
Oh goodness.
And so you go about and
Did anything happen after the first one lit?
the room got brighter. That's about it. You found
Okay.
more candles when you lit the candle.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna deal with these, so I'm just gonna go straight to the spooky one and light it.
So you walk up to the spooky candle. How would you like to light this candle?
The same way I lit the other one with. I'm assuming I have like flint and tinder or something.
Yep.
I don't have fire magic.
Sorry, I'm dying right now.
Why are you dying? Stop it.
Player
Sweet,
chat.
sweet payback.
Sweet revenge. Yeah, so you walk up to the spooky candle. As you are going to light it with your match, you do notice that I'm sorry, I can't hold it together. You do notice that there is an inscription on the golden plate of the black candle. It is written in Elvish, which you
Oh,
probably
I can
speak.
read.
Yep.
I am an elf.
And it simply says, "In light there is love."
That's it.
Yep, that's it all.
I don't light the candle. I leave.
The rest of you watch as Yvette lights a
I
random
mean-
candle and walks out.
I thought we were going to light
No,
the
like-
spooky one. No.
Like she walks up to the spooky one, gets ready to light it, reads the plaque, and then turns around and walks away.
I
Like she doesn't even. She just reads it to herself. It's not even like out loud or anything. She
Yeah.
just walks up, looks at it for a few seconds, and then turns around and walks away.
But what? Why did you not?
Yeah, is everything okay?
Are you feeling all right?
I just don't think this candle and I are gonna get along.
Oh, okay.
You want someone else to go do it?
Yeah, up to you.
I'm gonna read what the inscription says.
Yeah, I'm just kind of nosy. I want to go in and
Right?
look.
I'm like, what's going on here?
If y'all know Elvish, it says, "In light there is love."
Oh, that's sweet.
I mean, it's kind of corny. Not every light
Oh,
has
yeah.
a love.
But it's still, I don't know.
Right, I think it's fine. Do you want to light it? I'll light one half, you light the other.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay. And
We're just like, I don't get why she's freaking out like that.
Right, like it's just a big...
Freaking out. She just like walked
That's
up
the
to
closest we see to Yvette freaking
it
out.
and
Yeah,
then
that-
turned around and walked away with no explanation.
Yeah.
Stoic is the closest to freaked out we've ever seen Yvette.
Okay, so the two of you light the candle together.
Aw, teamwork.
As you do so, you notice that it's almost like the rest of the candles, if they had like a face and they could center themselves on something, their attention almost like snaps towards it. And the only reason you notice this is because of the one Yvette lit, and the light kind of flickers for a second and it goes out as it shifts on the shelf towards you, and you hear this like slight scuffle across the floor.
Oh,
Oh. It's probably another mouse. We've heard it several times now.
oh yeah, I'm totally sure that's what it is in a house of ghosts. I'm just like turning away from the candle with my hand lit up. Do I see anything?
You don't really see anything. You get a little defeated and you go walking out of the room, and then you hear like the tingling of metal again. And you look into the golden bowl and you see a golden key has fallen where the wax has burned away around it.
So it's like the key is in the candle, or it's in the bowl of melty wax?
It fell out into the melted wax, but it was in it at some point, and it just
Okay.
melted fast enough around it to drop it.
Oh, I guess that there is what we need. I'll take like the butt of my spear and like kind of fish it out of the hot wax. Like, oh, I don't want to go sticking my hand in there.
Okay. Okay. You have the second key is yours.
Oh, this is gross. Here you go, Torg.
I will take the key. Gee, thanks.
Well, I got the other one. Probably isn't good for one person to have all of them, just in case.
You do bring up a good point.
It's just wax anyway. I'm sure there's nothing weird about it. Like
I poke
eyeing
it.
it suspiciously as ghost candle wax.
Right? I'm like kind of poking it to see if it does anything.
You poke it and you get like the wax cooling around your fingertip like everyone plays with.
Nice.
I break it. I want to see what happens.
Break the candle?
Yeah.
You're gonna walk. Okay, you break up the candle. The light is snuffed out, and
Is
you
it-
hear the candles all shift back away from the candle.
Oh.
Oh, I just wanted to see if it would like reform itself or something.
Good job, you broke it.
I'm
No.
sure it's fine.
I mean, you didn't really like it, but now you seem very upset that it's gone.
I'm upset that it's gone, but obviously something was happening, and then you broke it.
Oh, I just wanted to see if the candle would fix itself, mate. That's all.
Why did you have to test out that hypothesis?
Because here's what I'm gonna do. And I take like other candles and I remelt the candle.
Oh god.
Classic.
Well, it works.
It takes a bit, but it works.
Are we all done playing with candles?
That
And then
felt
I
like a
reload.
very long time for an experiment.
I sort of agree with you. Are you sure you're okay, though? You did seem very upset with the saying.
Not upset. I try to distance myself away from the L word.
Love?
Yep, that one.
Oh, my apologies.
It's okay.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Lorian for a second. I was about to get all up in a tizzy.
Lauren was not on the plaque.
Yeah, that would be a bit odd if it was referencing Lorian.
That'd be creepy.
Or stranger things happened. You said it was a ghost candle.
I mean,
Oh, I danced with a floating dress earlier.
look at the cat face.
Oh, I did.
This is the best stream we've ever done.
I can't. I just light the damn candle. I can't.
Candle's lit. You got the key in this room. You're good. Lorian has the key. Torg has the key. Somebody's got the dang key.
You each have one now. Torg and
Okay.
Lorian each have one. Oh, sweet baby.
Of Tiger.
Oh, the little baby.
All right, so
I'm
all
so
that
distracted now.
remains is the upstairs attic.
Oh, yeah, your stairs.
Is it easier for you, the red sword, if you go up first or last or in the middle so someone can?
Oh, yeah, that sounds wonderful, so no one watches.
Oh, sure, if that makes you more comfortable.
Yes.
No, I'll lean over to Terror. Shush, you don't fall, right?
He shakes his head. He's been assigned to duty. Nice.
Hey, look, I just don't want Red Sword like tumbling down the stairs if we get ambushed.
Fair enough.
I mean, valid.
That's fair, that's
We
fair.
will avoid the stairs. So, with the help of Terror, everyone makes it up the stairs. And again, it's kind of that classic horror movie, like tense, like the floorboards kind of creak a little bit when you step on the wrong one. You hear the scuttling of little critters. Some wings flap as a bat flies out of the attic window.
The
And-
camera angle's a little wonky.
Yeah, it's a little off. It's kind of following our adventurers.
The organ music fades in.
Yeah. And you make it up into the attic. And it is dark in here. The moon lights a little bit. There seems to be there's a bunch of oak tables lying around. It's a pretty put together attic. It's not like a crappy storage area. Like someone was using this for a purpose. But it's just kind of hard to see with just the moonlight guiding you.
Oh, should someone run back and get some of the candles? There was plenty.
Does anyone
maybe.
know anything? Any lights or anything? I'm assuming we have torches.
Oh yeah, and like our equipment.
I will light a torch.
So the light brings way, and you see these three oak tables, basically in a U formation. And strangely enough, it looks like someone has set up a little miniature version of the city. There's little tiny houses that someone painstakingly painted and made look perfect. And there seems to be, you do find the house that you are currently in, represented as best as possible, at the center of town. And it's kind of like this U shape, but it's only a U because they ran out of table space. It's not exactly representing the town, but it's very close. And at the center, you do see the house that you're in.
Like
Is
little
it-
dolls too, or
Yeah, I was
just
gonna ask. I'm
Yeah.
how Hunchback of Notre Dame is.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
There's no people, just the homes.
Okay.
Scale of 1 to Quasimodo.
I will say Chris's apartment. I have so many D&D things, it's ridiculous. TTRPG things.
Oh, this is unsettling.
I mean, it's just like a model village. It's not like there's any voodoo dolls or anything, as far as I can see.
Oh, not now, but who knows? Is this place dusty or
Yeah, it's pretty dusty,
okay?
except for bats.
Well, I guess everybody start looking for a key, I think. Maybe we gotta get the portrait downstairs united with the other one or something? Or at least, I don't know. You don't put keys in rooms full of ghosts and creepy candles for nothing.
That's definitely true.
I'm just gonna.
I mean, it would
start
be a good
poking around.
tactic though if you wanted to distract from something.
Oh. Yeah, that's true. I'm not really one for the tactics there. As I just start moving houses.
I don't know. People like stuff, so I don't think they're just gonna leave a bunch of stuff that looks fairly important.
That was extraordinarily insightful. Yes, stuff.
Thanks.
I'm sorry. It's been a rough night for me. There was so much merriment.
There's so much joy. I just
So, I mean, while we're sorting through all this weird junk looking for a key, the Red Sword, have you ever actually had a drink, like an alcohol drink?
No.
So that's probably why you don't understand why other people enjoy it.
No, but I see the effect it has on people. It leads to puking at college parties. It leads to people jumping on buildings and then singing loudly. It
Yeah,
leads to this guy making moral quandaries and philosophy statements about buns and hot dogs.
That was
Well, that
not
was
a
pretty good,
quandary.
though.
That was a legitimate question. I was really wondering about that. I'm sorry.
Oh, I apologize. I didn't know you could hear.
We're
Oh,
all in the same room.
I'm in this.
Yeah,
Tara, come here, bud.
after this is all over, if you would be interested, I could show you why people like to drink.
I do suppose you told me that I should try to embrace this life more. Perhaps that could be merriment. I'm trying.
No, I get it. You're not used to this, and the merriment that you despise so much is kind of the only reason that most of us haven't murdered each other.
Yes, I do wonder why you haven't done that. I like a torque.
Because now you remember how you described we live in a society, right?
Oh. You're muted.
You muted yourself.
You know what? It's probably for the better. You know what?
No, I'm very curious about your society proposal. Do continue.
When you decide to live in a society, you have to come up with a few basic rules, like I'm not gonna murder your vet for insulting me dog. It's just part of society.
Yes, I do. I see. I do know that. I was
head off for breathing my air.
Oh, okay. Oh, do you two want to? I feel like I'm in the middle of something now. I'll just let you two get at it.
Ugh. I got nothing going on. Torch is walking away, just totally misconstruing what Red Sword said.
He argues with you all the time. Why does he now find it unpleasant?
Normally when people ask if they're interrupting something, it's usually what they're interrupting is a little steamy. A little
steamy? Like a shower?
in a way. A little sexy.
Oh, we're back on that sub. Okay, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Okay. Oh, yes. All right. Okay.
So, yeah, that's not happening.
No, I mean, you know, they do say opposites attract, so.
Yeah, I prefer opposites attracting, more like I'm tall, he's short, not like I'm cool and he's a moron.
You make a very valid point.
Anyway,
And
how's our search for the key going?
Yeah. Just insulting each other.
So-
I swear this.
Just
Lorian, you
insulting
seem to
Ford.
be the one kind of looking for the key.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, they're still very like, this is what I do.
Lorian, you pick up the house that you are currently in, the small miniature version, and you do see a golden key in the lock of the house. A little tiny thing.
Oh. Wait, so like the key is tiny also?
Yeah, it's like a little miniature key in the door of the little miniature house.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Is it like the houses are like pick upable, I guess? Because like I'll try to like open it and...
Okay. So you pick up the house and you kind of reach for the key, and as you touch it, something just doesn't feel right. And the atmosphere kind of changes, and it's colder in here when it's probably spring at this point in your timeline. And it gets a little chilly. And you look around and it's just a blizzard. You don't see anything but snow around you. And all of a sudden you kind of blink, and all of you are experiencing this as Lorian grabs this, and you find yourself in the town square, outside of the house that you are currently in. And it's bustling, the streets are filled. It's very popular. There's a lot of stuff going on today.
And everyone's with me?
Yep, all 5 of you are there. There's like a market going on, people going in and out of shops. All the homes are immaculate and well kept.
It's still snowing?
Still snowing.
Well, this is weird.
Does anyone have any idea?
I mean, I don't want to say that we were talking about time travel earlier and now.
What the little miniature model of the city, what season was that done in?
Winter.
I'm thinking more shrink ray than time machine.
Oh, just memories. You said you experienced something similar, Talk?
I did. Seemed like a distant memory of some kind. Not my own.
Maybe we should look for the lady then.
Does anyone
Worth a
have
shot.
any, does anyone have any powers where they can like shrink down or like turn themselves into a small animal or like
Oh, I've
have an
got a
animal?
small animal.
Not I don't think he's quite small enough.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize how, like, I needed a mouse, not a dog. Oops.
As you're all chatting in the town square, you see the house that you were in, the Lornan Manor. You see a incredibly well-dressed gentleman in a 3-piece suit, a fine top hat. At his side, he's kind of holding it in his hand. He's walking down the steps. He seems in a huff. A few people approach him and talk to him. He gives them claps on the back, and he walks down the stairs and goes directly to the tavern.
Wait, this isn't the tiny town we're looking at?
Yep. There's
Wait, there's people now?
Oh yeah, there's people bustling in and out of places. And you see this
But there
fine
weren't
gentleman.
people.
Do we attempt to follow him?
Into the tiny house?
Well, we're here now.
Shrunk down
Yeah,
into the
we
city.
like Beetlejuiced it.
Oh, we did?
You're
oh, I missed
Beetlejuiced.
that part.
You're Beetlejuiced.
That was like definitely what the first. I was like, oh, this is like the attic of Beetlejuice.
I must have missed that. I am sorry.
No, you're good. So yeah, you see this man walk into the tavern. He's in a huff. If you do follow, you see that he kind of has slung his suit coat up on against like one of the stools, and his taps on the bar, and instantly a mug is kind of slid down to him.
Does he look like the guy from the painting?
Yeah, he looks similar, maybe a little younger. It's hard to tell.
Does
Maybe
he
a
have
little
a
older.
like? No, never mind.
I will approach him.
Okay. Walk up and sit down next to him, and he's like, should have never done this anyway. It's a stupid idea, and I shouldn't. Winter wedding, that's just crazy talk. And he's just kind of like mumbling to himself.
Everything okay?
Oh, hi. Yeah, I'm fine. Just, busy day.
Getting married?
Yep, what time is it now? I think we've got like a few hours before I'm supposed to be at the altar. Something like that.
Afraid I don't have a watch on me.
Well, that's okay. Bartender, another one.
Nervous?
More like rethinking.
Oh, cold feet, huh? Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, I think it might be best if I just get out of here, actually. I think, there's a few other places I should probably be. One of them is far from here, and one of them is probably very close to here.
Why do you want to run?
He looks around and, well, I'm Horace, by the way. I own this establishment. This is my brewery, and it's my pet project, and I want to make sure this business takes off. And
It looks nice to me.
What's
Thank you.
your last name, Horace?
I'm Horace O'Humlin. It's a pleasure.
Pleasure to meet you too. O'Humlin.
So you're not excited about the big day?
Nope. I'm not. I'm not. It seems as if it's a formality of something that is already said and done. It's time to get it over with or get moving. One or the other.
Everybody not enjoy their weddings. So far, all I've been to has people being crying and angry beforehand.
Do you not love your fiance?
Well, I think she made a grave mistake last night. She was out with a friend, and I believe she gave my secret recipe away to one of her friends, and I feel like this place is going to be run into the ground now, and he kind of looks around his establishment.
Oh, well, why do you think that?
Well, if someone else has our secret recipe, that's the only reason our doors are open. It's not known for its atmosphere, and you look around, and it is just an empty metal, wooden shack, basically.
I mean, who do you think your fiance gave the recipe to?
Ah, she has this friend named Laura. She's another big deal in the town.
Hear me out. What if you just made a new recipe?
No, you think they
What?
just grow on trees? I can't make this perfection again. Here, taste it. And he sets down a mug in front of you.
No, I don't think I'm going to be a very good example since I haven't tried any of them before, so I wouldn't be able to know if it's good or not. But I take like a small sip.
It would taste good to someone who is an experienced beer drinker.
So it tastes bad,
So it
then.
tastes very bad to you.
This is horrid!
No.
No! Oh God!
No, you don't start with beer. Don't start with beer. No. Okay, you wait.
This is what your whole family bullshit is about. This is what you care about. This is
Nope.
bad. You should come up with a new recipe because this is shit.
All right. The red sword. I appreciate you.
Give
We're gonna start
the
you
red
off with something
sword.
that's not beer. And I
I'll just grab like 3 beers and just glug, 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 glug.
It's really
I'm gonna
good.
turn to the tiny bartender and I'm gonna be like, all right, can I have a sex on the beach, vodka sour, and yeah, well, we'll start with those for now. What do you want? I'm just kidding. One's for you.
The bartender goes to work. She begins making all these drinks in the next few minutes.
And in our tiny little bar, I will scooch both drinks over to the red sword and be like, try them. Whichever one you don't like, I'll take.
Are you? The other one was so bad. Are you okay? Eeny, meeny, miny. I picked that one and I try it.
Better.
Oh,
Not as bitter.
okay. This doesn't taste as awful. I don't feel like my lungs are going to explode, and like I immediately want to go throw up. So, improvement.
You gotta start out with the stuff that doesn't taste like watered down piss.
Why do they drink it? It does taste like that.
Look, I honestly don't know. I wish I
And-
could tell you.
Uh,
I really don't know.
and this whole stupid family drama is over something that tastes like watered down piss. You don't have to. I have spent so much of my life now, as a human, considering their family bullshit, and to find out it was over something that tasted like that?
If you look over, you see Torg just pounding down like a 12-pack of these beers.
This is probably one of the best ales you've ever had, Torg. Like even the present day O'Humlin Brewery, it is like it's lost some of the spice through the years, basically.
Yeah,
and it's kind
through
of
the mass production, right? It's lost that mom and pop touch. I get you.
But now, like Horace's brew is absolutely perfect.
Oi, mate, look, the folks that come after you, they don't know what they're doing. You gotta come back to the future with me, the time travel, Red Sword, and you
Yes.
gotta show that. What is this recipe? You gotta write it down for me.
Well, it's written down in the amulet that my dear beloved gave to her friend, who is probably treacherous enough to steal it for her own.
Did
Friend
she
name?
know? your fiance, did she know that's where the recipe was?
And what is this friend's name?
Her friend's name is Laura Lornans.
Oh, I knew it.
Hannah, my dearly beloved, is she definitely knew of the fact, and I believe there was alcohol involved, and she made a error in judgment by giving her friend a gift that she forgot contained something very valuable to our future.
Let's say...
Oh, more of the good tasting ones instead. Problem solved.
I will take that into consideration. Thank you. I
Oh,
do
all right.
appreciate it.
Leaning over the counter, look, friend. Let's say I found your little trinky dank for you, right? Well, let's just say you let me take a peep at the recipe if I'll help you get your amulet back, right? Seems only fair, mate.
Yeah, you get the amulet
Now
back,
we
and
know
I'm...
where the amulet is right now, right?
We're good at tracking shite down.
We have it. We took the recipe out of it.
We
Yeah.
put it in the wedding gift.
Oh.
Oh,
I'm gonna say arbitrarily here that you remember it. if you'd like to do anything with that.
I mean, I don't. If I know it.
wait.
then
Sorry, go ahead. I'm just
I'm
thinking
saying
too hard.
the red sword isn't very tactful, so she probably would have just listed it out loud and went like, "Oh, that recipe, okay."
Because I was gonna say, wait, is there a past amulet now? Like, could we go retrieve past amulet?
Maybe there is.
I'm sure this is just a memory.
Yeah, but
Right.
look,
I think
A-
that's how you cause a paradox.
as the man who ran the titular Dreamquake, I have a feeling we need to go find this medallion. I have a hunch.
Alternatively, if we already know which it is, could we not just create a new amulet and then just put it inside? Just go hire someone to make one?
I guess.
Horace is like staring at you all like, all right, I've only had a few, and he's kind of like wavering a little, like back and forth, trying to discern what's real and what's not.
I turn
Yes,
back. to
everything is an illusion. You're drunk. Fall over. Yeah, what were you saying, Torg?
I'm gonna turn back to Horace. Look, mate. Sorry, I just came from the future. Things are a little buggy right now. Don't mind me. Anyway, Red Sword, I was saying.
From the future.
I feel like they said that right as Red Sword just was like, "You're drunk. Fall over." Like you got two different stories at the same exact time.
His head's just spinning. He's like perched up against the bar. He's like, all right, so I don't have the recipe, and I'm gonna go get married.
I mean,
Here I go.
you could. Oh, okay.
He like stands up slowly, like begins wobbling, and he falls over a few feet from where you guys stand.
Marion, you don't happen to know any way to sober him up real quick?
I mean, I could go get some, like, coffee or something from somewhere.
Yeah, that
That's
might work.
actually a myth that doesn't really sober you up, but okay.
I mean, ice water anywhere? We've got snow. It's winter out.
Oh,
heave-
we could just shove his face in the snow. Yes.
I think he just did that.
I heave Horace onto my shoulder. All right, let's get him to the wedding. He's getting married one way or the other.
All right.
Hold on. What if we just write the recipe down and put it in his pocket so he wakes up? He's like, "Oh, I found it."
Do you remember it? Because I don't.
Yeah, I'll say arbitrarily that you all kind of remember the recipe.
Okay.
Like you glanced at it enough times to kind of piece it together.
Yeah.
Okay. Because
I
I was
think
gonna
one of us
say there's
still
no
has
way.
it.
No,
No,
we put it in the wedding gift.
Oh,
gift.
right.
But I feel like we probably could piece it together and just write it down and put it in his pocket.
Yeah,
Maybe we could try.
y'all know what it is.
Yeah.
He can
We
figure
can
out.
cobble it together
right?
enough between us.
Exactly. Can I try to match the handwriting I saw?
Sure, go ahead and make a dexterity check.
Okay, I'm not the greatest at that whatsoever, but I'll use insightful.
We have this
background.
wonderful habit of having the characters who are terrible at the thing they're doing do the thing instead of the
But it's
person who
so
should be good
good.
at it.
7. I've never actually written anything before. This is my first time doing
Oh
it.
yeah, that's true.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's nowhere near what the handwriting was, but you have it. It's the right recipe at least.
I've never written something before.
You did.
I think it looks nice.
Wait, why did we let you write this?
I think it looks wonderful.
I think, well, maybe it'll be. Oh, you're right. I'm proud of it though. I kind of want to use it. I know our time would work
No,
better
no,
if someone else used it, but
It's great. It's perfect. I feel like if we had known that you had never written before, probably wouldn't have picked you.
But
All
he
right.
did put it there in his pocket.
Wait, hold on. And I put a label on the top. PBR.
No.
What?
That's awesome.
I don't get it.
It's
Oh,
a
PBR.
shitty
It's a
real life beer.
shitty beer in real life. It's like my go-to shitty beer.
Mine's
Oh,
Coors
okay.
Light.
It's the beer that they have like dollar drafts of, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
That's
Okay.
like
yeah.
the beer you'll find at like frat houses.
Yeah,
It's
it's
the
a
worst.
college
It's the-
beer. That was Alex's
PBR.
college beer. Yeah.
PBR and Bush Light are tied for like the cheap shitty beer first
Yeah.
place.
No
I'm a
natty
Coors
ice.
guy.
Yeah, I'm that Kool-Aid. Yeah, buddy.
All right, so you stick it in his pocket. Torg, you have this Horace on your shoulders. He's like, the future recipes. What does it all mean?
and
he's
I'm just gonna red sword recipe now.
Oh, here you go. And I just
Oi.
like place it in his hand.
Boy, mate, look what my friend the red sword came across. It's your recipe, all in one piece.
You found it? And he reaches out and he kind of takes the paper. He's like, that's it. You're right. Well done. All right, let's get me down that aisle.
Exactly. This will be wonderful for everyone but me since I hate weddings. Yay, let's go.
And I'm just gonna like grab a bunch of snow and just like have someone try and melt it so we can get some water in this man.
We're by the
mean,
bar. Can't we just run back and grab him a glass of
Yeah.
water while we...
Yeah, you try your best to sober him up. And you get him to the alley, or the aisle with no time to spare. You kind of like push him through the double doors, and he takes his place and waits for his bride. You wait and you hear, here comes the bride, basically. And you watch as the woman that you saw in the original, or not the woman, I'm sorry, who you assume to be Hannah Humlin, matriarch of like the Humlin family. She walks in. She has long brown hair off one shoulder down in a braid, and you notice that on her wedding dress, however, there is a large, like perfectly symmetrical hole on her right shoulder. In the dress, and she seems to just be ignoring it, and her hair is kind of covering it a little bit, like doing
Does
her
the
best.
dress look familiar?
Yeah, it's definitely the one Torg danced with. And she is doing her best to cover it up on the day of her wedding.
Oops.
At one point in the ceremony, you see as the couple, Horace and Hannah, get out their unity candle and begin lighting it. And it's this strange black candle that is woven between each other. And you watch as Horace kind of grabs it too tightly and it breaks in the center. He's like, oh, confound it. And they just end up putting it together, melting it together with another one and lighting it together. Afterwards, at the very end of the wedding reception, you see Affinity appear. And she walks up. She takes a flower from her hat and proudly presents them with a green flower instead of the red one that you had assumed would be happening. As you know that both matriarchs of both families got red flowers on their wedding day. But you see this green one, and there's happiness, there's applause, there's cheers. Horace actually looks happy, and he looks over pleased, and he smiles at his bride, and she smiles back at him. And you're back outside, and this blizzard takes your vision again, and you find yourself back in the present day, in the city of Arnor. But it's strange, because the city now extends out to where the manor is. The walls roll over the hills to the abandoned house that you were in, and now you see O'Humlin Brewery in front of you, where the house once sat.
Well, that's new.
Did we change the past?
So
I
the
don't know.
Judicator's cool with this, right? We went over it earlier. Time travel's fine.
Well, I mean, we didn't change our lifespans or anything like that.
Can you just change the past so casually?
Like, did other things change too? Because I feel like this had to have a greater impact than just this town.
I got no idea.
One of them old butterfly effects.
It just makes me wary.
Do I still sense like any weird spirit energy around us?
You don't sense any spirits, and you feel at peace. You might not have directly killed anything or fought anything, but you circumvented the need to in some ways.
Okay. Oh, well, I don't know. Things don't feel quite as wrong now.
Okay.
Maybe we helped them find some peace.
Maybe we can go home now. I'm ever so tired.
Maybe we
Sure.
What was that, Lorian?
Oh, I was gonna say, maybe we should swing by the brewery with the other painting we brought and see if it's still crying and stuff.
That's what I was thinking.
I was also thinking the same thing.
Oh, get out of my head!
Oh, trust me, I'm not in there. I have no idea what's going on in there.
Oh, well, my sister would say, not much, so let's go.
Boy, they say the same thing about me.
Oh, hey! High
So
five.
you make it to the Lornan Brewery, and you see proudly displayed on the wall is the painting that you all brought of Hannah and Horace O'Humlin's best friend, Laura Lornans, on her own wedding day with a green flower. Not the couple that you just saw married, but something you did directly impacted their effect of getting a green flower instead of a red one as well. They're happy, they're smiling, there's no crying. You do see Hazel and Luke, the two that you had wed in real time, at the bar together, arm in arm, drinking and enjoying each other's presence. Where once the O'Humlin Brewery sat, in the present timeline, you just see a large house.
I wonder if their flower changed too. Should we ask, or would that be weird? Because, like, if they don't remember the fact that they had a white flower, it'd be kind of weird if we went up and said, "Hey, remember your rose? Is that green now, or did maybe it's still the
Maybe you
same?"
could
And they'd
just-
be like, "What?"
Maybe you could just say, "Oh, I missed the wedding, but I would love to see your flower. It's a sign of your love, yes." And then if they're like, "Oh," if they have a weird expression on it, then we'll know it's white since they wouldn't want to show it off.
Could just ask what color flower they got.
Well, let me read the etiquette book and see what it says on it.
Oh, yeah, good thinking.
It says it's polite to ask someone what color their flower is.
Yes, it is in fact polite. It says so on page 74.
Oh, well, there you go then.
Hello there, what color is your flower?
Oh, there you go.
Hazel and Luke kind of look over, and they, even though you've kind of changed some events, there's still a look of recognition on their face as you see that Hazel is wearing the something old that you brought her, so that still stands. And she says, "Oh, hello, my dear friends. Did you enjoy your after party?" And you kind of see, and she turns to you, and she does have a corsage on her wrist with a green rose on it.
Oh, it was a pretty wild time.
I'm glad.
So sweet to bring about more happy endings. Great.
Well, thank you again. I can never thank you enough. It's such an odd day that two brewers' children got married in the same town, but at least there was never any bad blood.
Well,
Yep.
we're so happy for you guys.
We're happy too. And she kind of pinches his cheeks. He seems lost. He's a little dense.
Well, I'm glad, that seems to have gone well then.
Yeah.
Yes, I do wonder what caused time travel, what effect that was, how it was made, if it could be redone at any point.
Oh, I don't know. Ghosts are weird.
I didn't know that was possible.
Me either. That's why I'm saying they're weird. I read a lot about them.
I did, since I accidentally brought up time travel so clearly.
As you were all kind of like pondering what the hell just happened, Affinity appears to you all behind you. She said, "You all did well.
What?
You all did well. I don't pleasure in giving out red roses, so I'm glad that I've had to give less now than there was. I'm glad that you were able to change some of the events.
Sorry, Lucy's a cat again.
Cat. Everyone ignores Affinity and looks at a cat like,
I
oh,
know.
like,
The real
That's
star of
fair.
tonight's show.
Tiger.
Seriously.
Do
Tiger. Tiger.
I am kind of curious. Like, I think I have a negative tag with Affinity, actually.
Yeah, you do.
I do,
Ooh. Yeah, because you got divorced.
And you didn't invite her to the wedding, apparently.
yeah.
Apparently.
Nope, I wasn't there.
Well, I mean, to be fair, your ex-husband, who is he?
Marceval, mouthpiece to oblivion.
Yeah, I don't think
That's-
Affinity's
Ooh.
attending that wedding.
Doesn't mean she didn't want to be invited.
It's still a courtesy invite.
Yeah, I've seen Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah, I've seen. But still, yeah, courtesy invite. Come on, people.
Affinity
moral lesson for
smiles
tonight.
at you all, and she says, without the recipe in the way, there was no bitterness towards their partners, and you did a good thing today for these two younglings. And she smiles at the two newlyweds. It's like, I'll see you all soon, I'm sure.
Wait, what?
What do you mean? That's pretty clear.
No, I just mean, why would you see us soon? I don't plan to.
Oh,
attend-
right. I totally won't be with you ever again.
No. Oh, no. Oh, okay.
And she just like
I-
walks out.
Hey, Affinity, if whatever wedding you're attending, if there's gonna be a reception, I'm there.
See, that's why I'll see you all soon. No other reason.
I don't believe you in the least, but okay.
I believe you.
I have like points because you rolled high on Affinity, so I still have those like Affinity points. Can I do some kind of check to try to figure out who she's like watching?
Sure.
Like,
She
what-
Nancing it.
Yeah, make a intelligence check, I guess.
That sounds good. I'm gonna
Roll
use
for Nance.
Insightful Tactician 2, and then I have something I can roll double. Oh, I already got a 21, but so I don't need to roll it probably, but I want to use my points, so I will. I'm gonna roll that 6. So I never remember to do these. Oh dang! I think I take 6 away now. Well, that sucks.
Wow.
I made things worse for myself.
Oops.
You can use the dice for the others. However, if you use leverage dice and 5, there's a risk of. Yes, I made things worse for myself.
Nice.
15 now.
Classic. I will say a 15 is still enough to catch the wink that she sends to Amara.
Amara's like,
Oh, I didn't know you two were friends.
yeah, friendly.
Oh, really?
I don't know, can one be friends with an arch existence?
You tell us.
Well, you could certainly be brothers with them.
I mean, Yvette married one, so...
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, that went
then
great.
Friends.
Awesome.
Alright, if there's nothing else that's going to happen with the Tales of the Lornans and the O'Humlins, so unless there's any other role-playing that wants to be done, that's all we have for this evening.
I'm all G.
Yeah, I'm good.
Alright.
That was exciting.
So
Feel like
as
I
you
got
all...
some good event time.
Yeah. So as you all get on your mounts and get back into Madame Curio's strange ebony carved, more of a casket than a carriage, but nevertheless, you get in it and it pilots itself home. And you think about what else is going to happen to you as you head back to Madame Curio's. You've had definitely a few bizarre adventures. You went to a college town where there was a professor who was uncovering ancient artifacts to try to feed to the void, basically. And then you change the actual flow of time and all of the fallout from that and what's going to happen in the small town of Arnor. But regardless, you make your way back through the woods. Happy to have at least each other, not that you're necessarily close at this point, but just somebody else to share that weird experience of literally changing events in the timeline and knowing that you all have the same information and validating your feelings about it. So you make it back, and we will pick up next time at Madame Curio's, where something different might be around the bend. So thanks for hanging out tonight. We're gonna go around and plug real quick. I know it's a little bit short. Sorry we didn't do a combat thing. You guys kind of circumvented it, and I didn't just want to throw one at you for the sake of throwing one. So I know I promised
Proud
one,
of
but
Yeah, we were being like brainy about the
Yeah.
whole thing.
Which
y'all
is
were
not this group's thing. So.
Yeah.
yeah.
I was
So
like,
sorry about
"Oh,
that,
come
but
on. I was waiting. I was like, I've got my spell cards.
I know. I'm sorry. We'll get it. We'll
Okay.
get it. Yeah, so let's go ahead and plug. Nevi, if you would like to kick us off, feel free.
Hi everybody! You can see me this Sunday on Awakened Pixels. We're doing our last episode. It's going to be very exciting. There's a lot happening. Come watch some video game TTRPG drama.
Cool. Thank you, Lucy.
Hey, I'm Lucy. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Bluebird Draws. I do a lot of art, mostly TTRPG art, and I take commissions. You can find me here every Wednesday, obviously playing Madame Curio's Bazaar, and playing in Agora Spells as Bernard Lielo, the necromancy / fire wizard. Good time. We're approaching the end game, and I'm really excited. You can also find me on Mondays on Fat Dragon Gaming, where I play No Happy Endings, which is a series of one-shots and short shots and mini arcs playing a variety of different systems and different genres. And every Saturday, also on Fat Dragon Gaming, playing in our Star Wars 5e Scum and Villainy campaign, the Chaos Complex, where I play Jayara, the Twi'lek operative. I also have a podcast called Odyssey Exploration and Research. It is a sci-fi podcast. And this is my cat, Tiger.
Yes, the real star of the show.
Tiger!
Tiger, if you want to go ahead and plug.
We're gonna see more of you.
All right, Abby, go ahead.
Okay. Meow, meow,
Good plug.
Great.
Hi, I'm Abby. This is my stream cat. I obviously play Yvette here, and I play Shield Mom / Adrian over on Agora's Bells on the other Wednesdays when we're not doing this here. I'm our creative director, so I do most of our overlays, like this one. And I also make dice. So if you like dice, you can follow my dice account on Twitter at D8BitGaming or visit my website at d8bitgaming.com.
Thank you, Alex.
Hi, I'm Alex. You probably know me on the internet as Mr. Puddins. You saw me playing your boy Tog tonight. And I'm sorry for my accent traveling the world and being spacey. I came into this game like just after getting home from work, so I am tired. You can come back tomorrow for an episode of our Cyberpunk Red game. You know, that fancy new system that's out. Yeah, you can, if you're really curious about it, you can check it out here tomorrow night at, I am blanking on the time now, of course.
7:30 Eastern.
That's what I thought. I knew it was like 7 or 7:30 Eastern. Thank you, Sam. And then come back Friday for some Zweihander vampire action with bloody portraits. That is at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Caught myself. And just come by, hang out. And all week we will be continuing to raise funds for the Crohn's Matic Chimera event. So if you do come check out those streams, consider donating.
Awesome. Thank you, Sam.
Hey everyone, I am Sam. You can find me on Twitter at TheSamWisest. I am SamWise_GameG here on Twitch. I'm a disability advocate as well as a TTRPG streamer and the accessibility director here at the Chimera. You can find me here on Saturday in our Monster of the Week campaign, Mysteries of the Mojave. I think it might actually be our finale this week. It's either our finale or a penultimate episode. So it's going to be a really good one either way. And on Mondays, you can see me right back here with No Initiative playing our Quest game, Quest the Soaring City. Definitely want to come and check that out. And I just want to thank everybody who has donated and subbed and sent us bits tonight. Subs, bits, and any merch purchases that you make from now until the 7th are also going to be donated. So if you don't want to use Tiltify, if you want to, sub with us with your Amazon Prime or whatever, all proceeds from that will also be donated. And, just on a personal note, as a Crohn's patient, I just want to thank everybody who's helped us out. So it means a lot. And that's it for me.
Great, thank you. I'm Chris. I obviously GM Madame Curio's Bazaar. This we use the 13th Age system, which we are an affiliated broadcaster with 13th Age, so we get some nice discounts for you all. That'll be below if you want to check that out. Highly recommend it. Absolutely loving the system, and we've barely done combat, and I still love it. So, yeah. So I know that. Spoiler, we plan to do more with 13th Age in the future. Yeah. So anyways, I also DM Agora's Bells, which is next Wednesday. That is a Fantasy Age game. It's been a long campaign, almost 2 years at this point. And we are going to be wrapping it pretty soon. So there's still time to come hang out with us. Check it out at the end. We have like maybe 5-6 sessions left of high action bullcrap ending stuff. So yeah, and then we are on to new stuff. So come hang out if you want to see some high level Fantasy Age. Check out what that'll look like for your characters with lots of magic items, things like that. But other than that, that's all I'm really doing TTRPG wise right now. So thank you so much. You can catch us here tomorrow, as the wonderful cast has said, and we will be here every day until like we're pretty much live every day now. Anyways, come on, hang out with us.
It's true.
Yeah, we are, aren't we?
I think we have
pretty
every
much
day
Tuesdays.
now.
Everything but
Tuesdays.
Tuesday. All right.
Yep.
So
Cool.
we're gonna read our friends over at Dice Priori. Tell them we say ooh.
Uwu's in the chat.
Don't tell
one
them
more
that.
time.
Don't tell.
Just no. Actually, they do.
chat.
I'm
Who's
ending.
in the
I'm
chat?
ending.